Prospect Library's catalogue, we have a link to ebooks. And especially if you're travelling, if you're going overseas, you can download a Lonely Planet travel guide, which, as you probably know, normally great big huge thick books.
Yes.
You can download that on your e-reader and refer to that. And if it talks about another location in the guide, you can click on the link and it will take you via website to the new link.
So most libraries around Australia would have some guidelines for people to...
Most public library you would need to be a member of the library. In South Australia, we now have the One Card network.
Yes.
So that's becoming a statewide one card you can use at any library across the state. Right. By the end of 2014, every library in South Australia will be joined to the One network. Wonderful. And most of those councils will have their own website and it should have the ebook link to that.
Okay. Now tell us about your Facebook page, Just Read. Now this is, I think, a fascinating way if you're interested in reading and you'd like to have something to say. Perhaps you're not able to get out and join a book club where you talk to people face to face. You can do this through the Facebook page, Just Read.
I started it. I've got friends that live in Scotland, England, New York, and they said, and on my wall on my Facebook page, they keep telling me what books they're reading and what do I think, and then friends of mine, we join in the conversation. And some of them turned around and said, why don't you start a Facebook group? So I did that. Now, within a 6-week period, we've got about 100 members in there from around the world. I don't know most of them, but they see it on Facebook, so they've asked to join in, and I accept them. And we've got some authors that have actually joined in, and they promote their books on there. There's another member that offered people to read a book and review it before the book came out on review. So everyone just discussed books on there and just puts their favourite quotes.
So you could just go on. You would go onto Facebook and you would go onto your page and then request to become a member.
Yeah.
And then you're able to just make a contribution.
Yeah.
You do a blog for it, is that right?
I do a general blog, but whenever I read a book, I review it as well on my blog, and then I link my blog to my Facebook page. But social media has really become a really powerful tool to connect people and have conversations with people broader than your immediate social circles.
Exactly, yes. And to get, once again, a different perspective on a book, not just the same age group all making comments, the similar sorts of comments about books. So when you say it links to your Facebook page or it links to this one, the Just Read one?
I linked it to both, to mine and to Just Read. So
I knew Karen did a blog on J.K. Rowling's books. I said, can you link it to the Facebook page, and she did.
Right. So if you liked a particular author, say you liked Stieg Larsson and you wanted some more books along that vein, you could actually go onto that website or that Facebook page and it would give you some guidelines.
On Just Read, you can say, I like these books, what else do you recommend? And people around the world will ask you. But there's also another website which I go into called Goodreads, and that's where I found Jo Nesbo, and that's like Facebook but to do with reading, and it's one of the biggest websites in the world.
Another really good website is a UK-based website called Fantastic Fiction.
Yep.
And we actually have that bookmarked at the library. We use it so often. It lists everything by every author in chronological order.
And what's coming out.
What's coming out, when it's due.
Okay.
At the bottom of the page, it has what authors write, like the one that you like reading, and has recommendations of books by the author that you like to read.
Okay, so Fantastic Fiction?
fantasticfiction.co.uk.
Goodreads?
And mine's just a Facebook.
And yours is a
group
Facebook page.
called Just Read.
So gives us some ideas of where we can go and...
Well, some of the girls ask me, like, has this author got another book? And I just go on Fantastic Fiction, and it tells you these two books are coming out later this year.
Okay.
So,
what are the books to read at the moment? What is everybody reading?
I'm reading the latest Robin Hobb. She's my absolutely favourite fantasy author.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. It's one of the Dragon series. Yeah.
I'm reading John Irving. I just finished A Prayer for Owen Meany, and that was just one of the best books I've ever read.
Prayer for?
Owen Meany.
Owen Meany.
John Irving wrote A World According to Garp.
Yes.
The World According to Garp,
Yes.
And I'm reading In One Person, which is another book by him. I started we need to talk about Kevin, but I'm applying for foster care at the moment, and I just couldn't be reading about this psychotic mother who's doubting her
Maybe
motherhood
not.
skills.
Not, maybe not. No.
Couldn't go there. So
No.
I'm reading John Irving's In One Person, and he's a brilliant writer.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm reading a 4-book series by an author called J.K. Atsini, and she actually e-booked me her books. 2 of them out. 2 of them are just released, and I'm just writing a review for her. So I'm up to the 4th one called Hive, and it's really good. It's like a young adult book, so it's really good.
So this is a fabulous opportunity for people who are budding authors to perhaps present their books and get a general consensus of what people think.
Yeah.
There are some authors who only write online. It's only released online.
Is that
It never
right?
is never
Yeah.
published.
Wow.
And I think J.K. Atsini was like that, but now she's actually publishing the books because I think a publisher's grabbing them.
Okay.
So
This has been a fabulous segment. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it too. We've talking with Tash and Karen and Maria, and this is our new book club, our new Look book club. We're going to do this on a regular basis, talk about different genres of books and just what you're reading and what's out there and what we can find out. And also about book clubs, because I think it's a really fantastic way for people to get out there in the community, mix with other people, have a wine, a glass of wine, have dinner, and just enjoy reading.
Yep.
Good, good. We hope that you've enjoyed being with us today too on our book club segment, and we hope you'll join us again another time here on Our Time. Thanks for joining us.